So you guys are telling me ArenaNet has chickened out and retracted the statement? Okay, good thing we have a video prepared of what they took away. We're gonna watch that immediately after this. So this part we're gonna read for ourselves. We're gonna see what led to the most problematic thing that got their statement retracted. So our Guild Wars philosophy. Hello Guild Wars community. Today, Guild Wars 3 update is a big one, as I'm going to be talking about the core philosophy that defines the way that we make games. So grab a cup of your favorite drink, sit back or lean forward, and relax, it's reading time. Bro, what is this millennial writing? Holy. When we set out to build Guild Wars 3, we didn't start by asking what a sequel should look like. We started with something more fundamental. The core philosophy that defines how we have built the games at ArenaNet over the last 21 years. Our philosophy is relatively simple. When we make a new game, we take an inventory of the genre at the time, the good and the bad. Then we identify player problems, frustrations, and limitations, and we ask, how can we solve them? So, that on its own, it's pretty good. The way that they said that. Now, the question is, will they implement it? That's the tricky part, because yeah, like you should always look back at the genre, reflect, see what is the area where most players have problems with, and then fix it or elevate it or change something. Like 100%, I do agree with that. So today I'm going to talk about 4 core elements players have come to know and love about Guild Wars games that arose from this approach to game development. These are expectations we know players have any Guild Wars game as a result of the innovation we've delivered over the years, and I want to share how we're applying those expectations to Guild Wars 3. So one is no subscription fee. Okay, this is a very common Guild Wars 2 W. Everyone loves the fact that you can just purchase the game. You have no FOMO, you don't have to play it every single time. You can log back into the game whenever you want. You can literally quit the game for like months, come back, and continue right where you left off. That's the beauty of the game. You're not incentivized to subscribe or anything. It doesn't exist. That's actually one of Guild Wars 2's strongest points. If Guild Wars 2 was subscription-based, this game would have died after a month. They made a very strong and wise decision to make it buy-to-play. I 100% agree. I'm glad they're continuing with that. From the beginning, one of the defining ideas behind Guild Wars was simple. Players should be able to buy the game and play it on their own terms. When Guild Wars launched in 2005, that wasn't the norm. Subscription fees were a core part of an MMO model. Choosing not to have one wasn't just a pricing decision. It was a statement about the accessibility and long-term value. We carried that forward into Guild Wars 2, and it remains just as important today. Awesome. Great. Clearly, trash talking about Blizzard, but I'm here for it. Guild Wars 3 will be a buy-to-play game at release. There will be no subscription fee. So, surely expansions will cost money. That model matters because it puts players in control. Our goal is for players to feel like their time in the game is something they choose, not something they owe. Want to take a break and go play other games? Great, go for it. We recommend trying out Guild Wars Reforged and Guild Wars 2. They're awesome. Yeah, I mean, you know, they're actually right. Like, if you want to try Guild Wars 2 or Guild Wars 1 Reforged, you can absolutely do that. And I think that it would be very smart to cycle between expansions. So, when you have a Guild Wars 3 expansion, Guild Wars 2 should be down, and developers should be working on it. And when Guild Wars 2 is having an expansion, Guild Wars 3 should just chill back, relax, and work on an expansion. I completely agree. So, ready to come back when the next Guild Wars 3 expansion comes out? Wonderful. We'll be there ready for it. Okay, they know it. But just saying there won't be... Oh, Jesus, what a voice crack. There won't be any subscription fee isn't enough anymore. We've been looking carefully at the newest round of modern MMO and the broad array of live service games that looks especially like an MMO and seeing how subscription-like systems have evolved. Are they gonna add a battle pass? In many newer games, the subscription hasn't disappeared. It has been reshaped. Paid battle passes, paid reoccurring seasonal tracks, and similar paid system often function as a new kind of ongoing fee. Exactly. That model works for some games, but it's not in line with how we think about player freedom in Guild Wars game. It's a form of subscription fee hidden inside of a neat, optional package that obfuscates a subscription for the player. Okay, great. When we say Guild Wars Free won't have a subscription fee, we mean it. No monthly fees, no battle pass. Okay, thank God. Battle pass subscription fee, just buy the game and play what you want. If we earn your trust and you feel like we delivered the experience you love, we'll have expansions and other things you can buy from us if you think that's worth your investment. So this sentence is the one that is tricky. We'll have expansions and other things you can buy from us. Okay, what does that mean? Are we going to have pay to win? We're going to have pay for convenience like we have in Guild Wars 2? That is the question. And how tedious and predatory will that be? That is the question. And we don't know yet. We can't tell, right? So it's just kind of a, I guess we have to wait and see moment. But this line is a tricky one. You should be wary of that. Yeah, no subscription fee, no free opinions. True. Yeah, this is already retconned. What, do you mean they changed it? No pay to win. Okay. Whoa. Or immediately the line after that. Speaking of other things you can buy from us, this one is pretty simple. And the statement we made before the release of Guild Wars 2 about our philosophy in this area remains true to this day. We think players should have the opportunity to spend money on items that provide visual distinction and offer more ways to express themselves. So strictly cosmetic, but that's not true in Guild Wars 2. Like, that's not the case. You can literally convert gold into gems and gems into gold. It's insane. They should also be able to spend money on account services, on time-saving convenience item. Time-saving convenience item is pay to win. Pay for convenience is pay to win, and I will always say that. It is maybe lesser evil, but pay for convenience is always pay to win. Always. But it's never okay in a Guild Wars game for players who spend money to have an unfair advantage over a player who spend time. But, wait, what? They should also be... What? They should also be able to spend money on account services and on time-saving convenience items. And the sentence after that, but it's never okay in a Guild Wars game for players to spend money to have an unfair advantage over players who spend time? Did I misread this? Or did they just contradict themselves one sentence after the other? We think players should have the opportunity to spend money on items that provide visual distinction. Yeah. What? Are they insane? Who wrote this? Guys, am I the only one who's paying attention to that? One sentence is literally, people should be able to spend money on time-saving convenience items, but it's not okay for players to have an unfair advantage over players who spend time? What? Unless I misread this. Maybe I misread this. Maybe I'm misreading this. Like, correct me if I'm wrong. This seems to be the dumbest thing I've ever read in my entire life. I don't get it. But, okay. It's because they changed the post, I think? I don't know. It's weird. I'm almost feeling like I'm misunderstanding something in here. Because no way they contradicted themselves one sentence after the other. It sounds insanely stupid. Okay, so, anyway, number 3. Respecting your time and investment. Respecting player time has always been a core part of Guild Wars, and it's been important today more than ever. One of the most common perceptions about MMO genre is that the game requires massive time investment to play. Historically, MMO engagement has been viewed as an experience like a second job, where players spend large amount of time preparing to have fun before they can actually engage in the fun parts. Only have 30 minutes to play? Don't play an MMO. You need that time just to organize your inventory. Bro, this is like literally in Guild Wars 2. What are you talking? Inventory management in Guild Wars 2 is literal hell. But sure. Figure out what content you're going to play, get your character set up, and time's up. You haven't even begun gameplay yet? True. Players today have more choices than ever, and so many modern game experiences allow players to quickly and meaningfully get a return on their time investment in the game without significant barriers or preparing to have fun. That means our responsibility isn't just to create content, it's to make sure that the time spent in the game feels meaningful. This has always been important to ArenaNet in the Guild Wars franchise, but we're continuing to evolve this philosophy for the modern area of a game development and asking how a genre that is dominated by 10 to 20-year-old games modernizes this space. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, respecting your time, but you can buy time saving. I didn't get that part either. I might misread something. We want you to feel good about the time you invested, whether you're playing every day, only have an hour or two every week, or are coming back after a long break from the game. For our existing fans, we've already announced there will be a new Hall of Monuments that connects Guild Wars 2 account to your Guild Wars 3 account, provides wide array of rewards. Yeah, that's great, we already know that. We'll talk more in detail, yeah. So, number 4, innovating and evolving the MMORPG genre. So that is the juicer. That is the meat of this post. Let's see. Innovating and evolving the MMORPG genre. One of the most important parts of our philosophy, and one that sometimes surprises people, is that we don't aim to make direct sequels. Guild Wars and Guild Wars 2 are very different games, and that was intentional. Well, Guild Wars 2 is technically a sequel to 1. It's 250 years later, no? But I guess it's not a direct sequel, technically, maybe, I don't know. Though they take place in the same world, each one was built to push against the conventions of its time, solve player problems relevant to the area of game, and explore new ideas in the MMO space. Oh, they're meaning on a technical level. Okay. The MMO landscape today isn't the same as it was during the development of Guild Wars or Guild Wars 2. He's absolutely right. Player expectations have changed. Technology has evolved. The ways people engage with online worlds are broader and more varied. The lines between MMO and live service game have been blurred. Absolutely, facts. The amount of time players have to dedicate to a single player game has decreased as the library of game has continued to grow. More like they're being slaves at their jobs, but that's one way to say it. If we approach Guild Wars 3 by simply extending what we already done, we'd miss the opportunity to move the genre forward. A genre that we've heard so many of you say desperately needs innovation and evolution. So instead of just making a sequel, we're asking the same question we always do. What does the next evolution of MMO looks like right now? Answering that question means Guild Wars 3 will be its own kind of game, distinct from both Guild Wars Reforged and Guild Wars 2. Our two existing games fall on the two furthest ends of the MMORPG spectrum. Guild Wars Reforged is at its core a game about a small team, a player and their assembled team of henchmen or hero NPCs, or other players they want to bring along with them, overcoming challenges in a predominantly instanced game. Unless you invited them along, you never saw other players except in the game's social hubs. When we released original Guild Wars, we branded the game as a co-RPG. However, the branding never stuck, and everyone informed us we'd release an MMORPG. We even won multiple MMO of the Year awards. We gave up on the co-RPG angle since it's in sync with players, and we simply embraced what everyone told us. Okay, fair, sure. Yeah, more like devolving, exactly. So they want to use the Guild Wars brand to send another live service. I got it. We don't know if it's a live service yet, but I mean, I'm really not sure. I mean, obviously it's going to be, you know, live, right? I'm assuming so. But the question is, will it be Destiny 2 style, or will it be like an MMORPG? That's what I don't understand. But since this game will ship to consoles, I think it will be more Destiny 2 style, which I'm not particularly against. It's not Guild Wars really. But again, they did say they want to push the boundaries, so maybe they kind of want to capitalize on Destiny 2 death. They predicted it like 7 years ago. Guild Wars 2 is the opposite. At its core, it's a game about giant scale experiences in an expansive open world settings. Giant world boss battles, map-wide meta events, and PvP on a massive scale are what Guild Wars 2 is most known for. Although, the game offers a wide array of different experiences. Unlike other large scale MMO worlds, there are no servers or worlds you join that restrict the players you might meet within that giant settings. Instead, the game is organized into maps using our mega server system, and players are able to play with anyone who chooses the same region of the real world they play the game from, which is, by the way, insanely good. Insanely good. I love mega servers. I think mega servers are the future. I don't like smaller WoW servers. I like it when everyone plays together, but obviously the system needs to be great, because it kind of sucks that Guild Wars 2 system has this, oh, your world is empty, you want to play in a different one? It kind of feels weird. But I do understand it. It's like, they tried to innovate way before they had the technology. So, it's kind of fine by me. As long as we have mega servers, like, I'm down with it. Guild Wars 3 lands near the middle of the MMO spectrum, which supports the goals we have for our movement and combat systems, while it fits the definition of an MMORPG significantly more than Guild Wars Reforged does. Oh, Okay, so that's confirmed it. So it's not going to be a true MMO. It's going to be somewhere between Guild Wars 2 and Guild Wars Reforged. Okay, I see. So it's going to be like Destiny 2. Yeah, so much for the evolution of MMO claim. I know. Yeah, it's just going to be like Destiny 2. I get it. I'm not against it. It's just, it kind of feels weird. I don't know. It kind of feels weird. I don't know. I thought it would go way broader. I thought it were going to go like open world, insanity, upgraded engine. But I guess no. It's not going to happen. It doesn't try to replicate the large-scale gameplay pillars that so uniquely define Guild Wars 2. Wow. This ensures that all three of our games can coexist as different experiences on different timelines, telling stories about the world of Tyria. I realize this intentionally somewhat broad and vague, and you want to know a lot more about the specifics of what all of this means right now, but we've got a very long campaign ahead of us between now and the launch of Guild Wars 3, and there's plenty of time. No, there isn't. If you already built the game, you can go back and change. Every single game developer knows that. Look at New World. New World had insane budget. Last moment, they wanted to pivot, it didn't work. So, I don't get it. It's just, this is like strictly, it's a lie. It's a straight up lie. We'll discuss the specific in much greater detail. Yeah, sure. Okay, so anything in the future. Looking ahead, as we continue development, these are the pillars of our foundations, and they'll talk about more in the future. I don't know. Okay, this feels like one giant nothing burger. What I've just read, all of these paragraphs just corroborated what they've just said earlier in the videos we've watched already. So it kind of feels like more of the same. You're saying they retracted a statement from here? I'll try to search for it. Maybe people have screenshots. I mean, yeah, it's just kind of a nothing burger. I have nothing really to say about it or to elevate or to give any true opinion. It's just, what can I say? Except for the fact this game will probably be Destiny 2, which again, I'm not really against. I just really wish they went full MMORPG with upgraded engines, but I guess they opted for the basic Unreal Engine 5 slop, which it's a damn shame, right? Because we've seen it before. If they were the first to do so, sure, like cool, awesome, but you have so many games that already did that. Like, why would you want to do this yourself? Even though this game was built 7 years ago, Destiny predated it by a decade, right? So, like, why would you do that? It's so weird. I don't understand. I don't understand what they're trying to do with Guild Wars 3. I really don't. Like, are we going to see players in open markets, or is it going to be instance like Destiny, where you go to certain hubs and you see everyone there? You're not going to almost see anyone out there in the open. It's going to be super instant, no mega servers, no nothing. It won't feel like an MMORPG, because Destiny never felt like an MMORPG. It was a good game because it was a good game, and the shooting felt crazy good, and the abilities were fun, and raids were excellent, but it's not an MMO. It's not what we expected from ArenaNet, at least on my part. So you guys think Guild Wars 3 is cooked. It's dead on arrival. I do understand that. Listen, we don't have much to go on, but I think that the reason we don't have much to go about is because ArenaNet is intentionally hiding information. I think ArenaNet realized after the trailer reveal and the comments on Steam that they messed up big time. And I think they're trying to recoup and maybe get some more information, trying to change something last minute. And because this last phrase looked like it was written in a hurry. It looks so haphazardly, written. I wouldn't be surprised if ArenaNet is even going to delay the game. I'm not even going to be surprised. And you know what? That's a good thing. If they're willing to delay the game to improve it, I'm down for that. I have absolutely no problem whatsoever. But I think they got themselves into a hole that's going to be incredibly difficult to crawl out of. We've seen it with New World. You cannot pivot last moment. It is very, very tedious task. It's nearly impossible. And I highly doubt they would manage to pull this off. But if this game is going to be Destiny 2-like, and I am right about this, many people are going to be disappointed. I'm going to go as far as to say that this event won't make a dent in Guild Wars 2 popularity. Maybe at launch, sure. Long term, I think more than 70% of the audience that Guild Wars 3 would have won't even overlap with Guild Wars 2. I think most people would just be like, okay, you know what, Guild Wars 3 is not for me. I'll play 2, a true MMORPG. And instanced enjoyer Andes, they would play Guild Wars 3, which is great. It's just so unfortunate to me because I really wanted it to be a true MMO. I really wanted it to be about Guild Wars. I wanted massive scale battles. I wanted massive raid bosses and meta events like we know and love. I highly doubt they would implement them inside of a console port. I can see that happening unless they somehow cracked some serious technology that I'm unaware of. I highly doubt they can pull this off. So it's just frustrating. It's just frustrating, but I guess we have to bide our time and wait until we see something a little bit more tangible than this.